Any recording. And please, no food in the theater. All aboard.
Above be done, but I would fain die a dry death.
If by your art, my dearest mother, you have put the wild waters in this roar, allay them. The sky, it seems, would pour down stinking pitch, but that the sea, mounting to the welkin's cheek, dashes the fire out. Oh, I have suffered with those that I saw suffer. A brave vessel, who had no doubt some noble creature in her dashed all to pieces. Oh, the cry did knock against my very heart. Poor souls, they perished. Had I been any god of power, I would have sunk the sea within the earth or ere it should the good ship so have swallowed it, and the frauding souls within her.
Be collected. No more amazement. Tell your piteous heart there's no harm done.
Oh, woe the day!
No harm. I have done nothing but in care of thee. Of thee, my dear one. Thee, my daughter, who art ignorant of what thou art, not knowing of whence I am, nor that I am more better than Prospera, master of a full poor cell, and thy no greater mother.
More to know to never meddle with my thoughts.
'Tis time. I should inform thee farther. Lend thy hand, and pluck my magic garment from me. So lie there, my art. Wipe thou thine eyes. Have comfort. The direful spectacle of the wreck, which touched the very virtue of compassion in thee, I have with such provision in mine art, so safely ordered that there is no soul, no, not so much perdition as in hair, betid to any creature in the vessel, which thou heardst cry and which thou sawst sink. Sit down. For thou must now no farther. The hour is now come. Canst thou remember a time before we came unto the cell? I do not think thou canst, for then thou wast not out 3 years old.
Certainly, ma'am, I can.
By what?
'Tis far off, and rather like a dream. Had I not 4 or 5 women once that tended me?
Thou hast, and more, Miranda. But how is it that this lives in thy mind? 12 years since. Miranda, 12 years since. Thy mother was the Duchess of Milan.
Ma'am, are you not my mother?
Thy father was a piece of virtue. And the princess was born. And upon thy father's death, thy mother was made Duchess of Milan.
Alack for mercy. What foul play had we that we came from thence? Or blessed was we did?
Both, both, my girl. By foul play, as thou sayest, were we heaved thence, but blessedly hope hither. My brother and thy uncle, called Antonio, I pray thee mark me. To him I put the manage of my state. The government I cast upon my brother. To my state grew stranger, being transported and wrapped in secret studies. Thy false uncle did something so... Thou attendst not.
Oh!
I pray thee mark me. Thus, I, neglecting my worldly ends, all dedicated to the closeness and bettering of my mind, awaked in thy false brother an evil nature. He did believe he was indeed the Duke of Milan. Dost thou hear?
Your tale, ma'am, would cure deafness.
For me, poor woman, my library was dukedom large enough. Of temporal royalties my brother thinks me now incapable. Confederate so dry he was persuaded with the King of Naples to give him annual tribute, to bend me out of my dukedom. Poor Milan, to most ignoble stooping.
Oh, the heavens.
Now the condition. The King of Naples, being an enemy, to me inveterate, hearkens my brother's suit, which was that he should presently eradicate me and mine out of the dukedom, and confer fair Milan with all the honors upon my brother. Whereon, one midnight, did Antonio open the gates of Milan, and in the dead of darkness, for the purpose hurried thence. Me, and thy crying self.
Alack for pity. Wherefore did they not that hour destroy us?
Oh dear, they durst not. So dear the love my people bore me, and few they heard us aboard a bark. Bore some leagues to sea, where they prepared a rotten carcass of a boat. Not rig, nor tackle, sail, nor mast. The very rats instinctively had quit it. There they hoist us to cry out to the sea that roared to us, to sigh to the winds whose pity sighing back again. Did us but loving wrong.
Alack, what trouble was I then to you?
A cherubin! Thou wast that did smile, thou wast that did preserve me, infused with a fortitude from heaven, which raised in me an undergoing stomach, against which should ensue.
How came we ashore?
Oh, by providence divine. Some food we had and some fresh water that a noble Neapolitan, Gonzalo, with out of his charity did give us with rich garments, linens, fresh stuff, necessaries, when since have studied much. So, out of his gentleness, knowing I loved my books, he furnished me from mine own library with volumes that I prize above my dukedom.
Would I might but ever see that man.
Now I rise. Sit still and hear the last of our sea sorrow. Here have we arrived upon this island, and here have I, thy teacher, have made thee more prophet than any other princesses that can have more time for vainer hours, and tutors not so careful.
Heavens thank you for it. And now, I pray you, ma'am, your reason for raising this sea storm?
By accident, most strange, bountiful fortune now, my dear lady, hath mine enemies brought to the shore. Cease more questions. Thou art inclined to sleep. 'Tis a good dullness, and give it way. I know thou canst not choose. Come away, servant. Come. I am ready now. Approach my Ariel. Come.
All hail, great master, grave dame, hail. I come to answer thy best pleasure, be it to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, to ride on the curled clouds, to thy strong bidding task, Ariel, and all their qualities.
Hast thou my spirit performed to point to the tempest that I bade thee?
To every article, I boarded the king's ship, now in the beak, now in the waist, the deck, in every cabin, I flamed amazement. Sometime I divide and burn in many places. On the topmast, the yards and bowsprit would I flame distinctly, the fire and cracks of sulphurous roaring, the most mighty Neptune seemed to besiege and make his bold waves tremble, yea, his dread trident shake.
My brave spirit! But who was so firm, so constant, that this coil would not infect his reason?
Not a soul, but felt a fever of the mad and played some tricks of desperation. All but mariners plunged in the foaming brine and quit the vessel, then all afire with me. The king's son, Ferdinand, was the first man that leaped, cried, "Hell is empty and all the devils are here."
Why, that's my spirit. But was not this night sure?
Close by, my master.
But are they, Ariel, safe?
Not a hair perished. On their sustaining garments, not a blemish, but fresher than before. And, as thou badest me, in troops I have dispersed them about the isle. The king's son have I landed by himself, when we left, cooling of the air with sighs, in an odd angle of the isle, and sitting, his arms in this sad knot.
Of the king's ship the mariners say how thou hast disposed.
Safely in harbor is the king's ship. In the deep nook there she's hid. The mariners all under hatches stowed, who with the charm have I left asleep.
And all the rest of the fleet?
All dispersed, and bound sadly home for Naples, supposing that they saw the king's ship wrecked, and his great person perish.
Ariel, thy charge exactly is performed. But there's more work. What is the time of the day?
Past the mid-season.
At least 2 glasses. The time twixt 6, and now must by us both be spent most preciously.
Is there more toil? Since thou dost give me pains, let me remember thee what thou hast promised, which is not yet performed me.
How now? Moody? What is thou canst demand?
My liberty.
Before the time be out, no more.
I prithee, remember I have done thee worthy service. Thou didst promise to bait me a full year.
Hast thou forget from what a torment I did free thee?
No,
Thou dost.
I do not, ma'am.
Thou liest, malignant thing. Hast thou forgot the foul witch, Sycorax? Hast thou forgot her?
No, ma'am.
Thou hast. Where was she born? Speak! Tell me!
Ma'am, in Algiers.
Oh, was she so? I must once in a month recount what thou hast been, which thou dost forget. This damned witch Sycorax, for mischiefs manifold and sorceries terrible to enter human hearing, thou knowest, was banished. For one thing she did, they would not take her life. Is this not true?
Aye, ma'am.
This blue-eyed hag was brought hither with child, and was here left by the sailor. Thou, my slave, as thou reportst thyself, was then her servant. Thou wast a spirit too delicate to act earthy and aboard commands. Refusing her grand hest, she did confine thee into a cloven pine, within which rift imprisoned thou didst painfully remain 12 years, within which space she died and left thee there alone, save for the son that she did litter here, a freckled whelp had born, not honored with human shape, whom now I keep in service.
Yes, Caliban, her son.
Thou best knowest what torment I did find thee in. Thy groans did make wolves howl, and penetrate the breast of ever angry bears. It was a torment to lay upon the damned which Sycorax cannot again undo. It was mine art, when I arrived and heard thee, that made gape the pine and let thee out!
I thank thee, master.
If thou more murmurest, I were rend in oak, and peck thee in his knotty entrails, till thou hast howled away 12 winters.
Pardon, master. I will be correspondent to command, and do my skirting gently.
Do so. And after 2 days, I will discharge thee.
That's my noble master. What shall I do? Say what? What shall I do?
Make yourself like a nymph of the sea. Be subject to no sight but thine and mine, invisible to every eyeball else. Go! take this shape. Go hence with diligence. Awake, dear heart, awake. Thou hast slept well, awake.
The strangeness of your story put heaviness in me.
I'll shake it off. Come on. Or visit Caliban, my slave, who never yields us kind answer.
'Tis a villain, ma'am. I do not love to look on.
But, as 'tis, we cannot miss him. He does make our fire, fetch in our wood, and serves in offices that profit us. What ho, Caliban, slave? What earth thou speak?
There's one enough with it.
Come forth, I say. There's other business for thee. Come, thou tortoise! When? Oh, fine apparition, my quaint Ariel. Hark in thine ear. Thou poisonous slave, got by the devil himself, upon thy wicked dam! Come forth!
As wicked Jew as e'er my mother brushed, with raven's feather from unwholesome fen, drop on you both! A southwest blow on ye and blister you all o'er.
For this be sure, thou shalt have crabs, side stitches that shall pin thy breath up.
I must eat my dinner. This island's mine by Sycorax, my mother, which thou takest from me. When thou camest first, thou strokest me and madest much of me, would give me water with berries in't, and teach me how to name the bigger light, and how the less that burn by day and night. And then I loved thee, and showed thee all the qualities of the island, the fresh springs, brine pits, barren place, and fertile. Cursed be I that did so. All the charms of Sycorax, toads, beetles, bat, light on you. For I am of the subjects that you have, which first was mine own king. And here you sty me in this hard rock, whilst you do keep from me the rest of the island.
Thou most lying slave, whom stripes may move, not kindness. I have used thee, filth as thou art, with human care, and I have lodged thee in mine own cell, till thou didst seek to violate the honor of my child.
What had been done? Thou didst prevent me. I had peopled else this isle with Calibans.
Abhorred slave! I pitied thee, took pains to make thee speak.
You taught me language, and now my profit on't is. I know how to curse. The red plague rid you for learning me your language.
Exceed head! Fetch us some fuel and be quick. Thou art best to answer other business.
Go.
Wants thou malice? If thou neglect'st, or dost unwillingly what I command, I shall rack thee with old cramps, fill all thy bones with aches, and make beast roar that beast shall tremble at thy din.
Now I pray thee, I must obey. Her art is of such power.
Go, slave, hence!
Where should this music be? In the air? Or the earth? It sounds no more. And sure, it waits upon some god of the island. Sitting on a bank, weeping, again, the king my father's wreck. I have followed it, but 'tis gone. No, it begins again.
Could fathom five, thy father lies, of his bones are coral made. Those are pearls that were his eyes, nothing of him that doth fade, but doth suffer a sea change into something rich and strange.
The ditty does remember my drowned father. This is no mortal business, no nor sound that the earth owes. I hear it now above me.
The fringed curtains of thine eye advance, and say what thou seest yond.
What is? A spirit? It carries a brave form, but 'tis a spirit.
No, child. It eats, and sleeps, and hath such senses as we have such. This gallant which thou seest was in the wreck, and but he's something stained with grief. Thou mightst call him a goodly person. He hath lost his fellows and strays about to find him.
I might call him a thing divine, for nothing natural I ever saw so noble.
It goes on, I see, as my soul prompts it. Spirit, fine spirit, I'll free thee within 2 days for this.
Most sure, the goddess on whom these airs attend. Vouchsafe my prayer, may know if you remain upon this island, and that you will some good instruction give how I may bear me here. And my prime request, which I do last pronounce, is, oh, you wonder if you be maid or no.
No wonder, sir, but certainly a maid.
My language, heavens!
I am the best of them that speak this speech. Were I but where 'tis spoken.
How? The best. What wert thou if the king of Naples heard thee?
A single thing, as I am now. That wonders to hear thee speak of Naples. He does hear me, and that he does I weep. Myself am Naples, who with mine eyes, never since it ebb, beheld the king my father's wrecked.
Alack for mercy.
Yes, faith, and the Duke of Milan with all his brave lords.
The Duke of Milan. And her more braver daughter could control thee, if now 'twert fit to do it. At first sight they have changed eyes. Fine spirit, I shall set thee free for this. A word, good sir. I fear you have done yourself some wrong. A word.
Why speaks my mother so ungently? This is the second man that e'er I saw, the first that e'er I sighed for. Pity move my mother to be inclined my way.
They are both in either's powers. But this swift business I must uneasy make, lest too light winning make the prize light. One word more, I charge thee, that thou attend me. Thou dost here usurp the name thou owest not, and hast put thyself upon this island as a spy, to win it from me, the sovereign on't.
No, as I am a man.
There's nothing ill can dwell in such a temple.
Come, follow, speak not for him, he's a traitor. Follow, I'll manacle thy neck and feet together. Sea water shalt thou drink. Follow!
No, I shall resist such entertainment till mine enemy has more power.
Oh, dear mother, make not too rash a trial of him, for he's gentle and not fearful.
What I say? Put thy sword up, traitor, for I here can disarm thee with this stick and make thy weapon drop.
I beseech you, mother.
Hands, hang not on my garments.
Have pity, I'll be his surety.
Silence! One word more, I shall chide thee, if not hate thee.
Oh.
What? An advocate for an impostor? Hush. Thou thinkst there is no such shapes as he, having but seen him in Caliban? Foolish wench! To the most of men this is a Caliban, and they to him are angels.
My affections are then most humble. I have no ambition to see a goodlier man.
Come on, obey. Thy nerves are in their infancy again, and have no vigor in them.
So they are. My spirits, as in a dream, are all bound up. My father's loss, the weakness which I feel, the wreck of all my friends, nor this dame's threats to whom I am subdued are but light to me. Might I through my prison once a day behold this maid?
It works. Come! Thou hast done well, fine Ariel. Follow me! Hark! What else shalt thou do me?
Be of comfort. My mother is of a better nature, sir, than she appears by speech.
Thou shalt be free as mountain winds, but then do exactly all points to my command.
To the syllable.
Follow! Speak not for him.
Beseech you, sir, be merry. You have cause. So have we all of joy, for our escape is much beyond our loss. Few in millions can speak like us. Then wisely, good sir, weigh your sorrow with your comfort.
Prithee, peace.
He receives comfort like cold porridge.
Our counselor will not give up so fast.
Look, he's winding up the watch of his wit, and by it will strike.
Sir,
One tell.
when every grief is entertained that's offered, comes to the entertainer,
$1.
dolour comes to him. Indeed, you have spoken truer than you purposed.
You have taken it wiselier than I meant you should.
Therefore, my lord,
Fine, what a spendthrift is he of his tongue.
I prithee, spare.
well, I have done.
Yet he will be taught.
Which of he or Adriana, for a good wager, first begins to cry?
The old cock.
The coquette.
Done. The wager?
A laughter.
A match.
Though this island seems to be deserted,
So you are paid.
uninhabitable, uninhabitable, and almost inaccessible,
Yet.
yet
Oh, she could not miss it.
its needs must be of subtle, tender, and delicate temperance. The air breathes upon us here most sweetly.
As if it had lungs and rotten ones.
Or as 'twere perfumed by a swan.
Here is everything advantageous to life.
True, save means to live.
Of that there's none, or little.
How lush and lusty the grass looks. How green.
Misses not much.
No, but he doth mistake the truth totally.
But the rarity of it is, which is indeed almost beyond credit, that our garments being, as they were, drenched in the sea, are now as fresh as when we were at first at Africa, at the marriage of the king's fair daughter Claribel to the king of Tunis.
'Twas a sweet marriage, and we prosper well in our return.
Tunis was never graced before with such a paragon to their queen.
Sir, we were talking that our garments seem now as fresh as when we were at Tunis. The marriage of your daughter, who is now queen, is not, sir, my doublet as fresh as when I first wore it.
You cram these words into mine ears against the stomach of my sense. Would that I had never married my daughter there, for coming thence, my son is lost. O thou, mine heir of Naples and of Milan, what strange fish hath made his meal on thee?
Sir, he may live. I saw him beat the surges under him and ride upon their backs. He trod the water, whose enmity he flung aside. He breasted the surge most full that met him, and his bold head above the contentious waves he kept, and oared himself with good arms and lusty stroke to the shore, that o'er his wave-worn bases bowed, as stooping to relieve him. Ah, I not doubt he came alive to land.
No! No! He's gone.
Sir, you may thank yourself for this great loss. That would not bless our Europe with your daughter, but rather lose her to an African.
Prithee, peace!
We've lost your son. I fear forever. The fault's your own.
My lady Sebastiana, you rub the sore when you should bring the plaster. It is foul weather in us all, good sir, when you are cloudy.
Foul weather.
Very foul.
Prithee, no more. Thou dost talk nothing to me.
Well, I do well believe, your highness, that I did it to occasion to these sensible gentlemen who have such sensible and nimble lungs they always used to laugh at nothing.
'Twas you we laughed at.
who in this kind of merry fooling are nothing to you, so you may continue and laugh at nothing still.
Oh, what a blow was there given.
You are gentle ones of brave metal.
Nay, goodness.
No! I warrant you, I will not adventure my discretion so weakly. Will you laugh me asleep? I am very heavy.
Go, sleep and hear us.
Why, also soon asleep? I wish mine eyes would with themselves shut up my thoughts. I find they are inclined to do so.
Please you, sir, do not omit the heavy offer of it. It seldom visits sorrow, and when it doth, it is a comforter.
We too, my lord, will guard your person while you take your rest and watch your safety.
Thank you. Wondrous heavy. Ugh.
What a strange drowsiness possesses them.
It is the quality of the climate?
Why doth it then not our eyelids sink? I find not myself disposed to sleep.
All right. My spirits are nimble. They fell together all as by consent. They dropped as by a thunderstroke. Huh. What might? Worthy Sebastiana? Oh, what might? No more. And yet, methinks I see it in thy face. What thou shouldst be, the occasion speaks thee, and my strong imagination sees a queenly crown dropping upon thy head.
What, art thou waking?
Do you not hear me speak?
What is it thou didst say?
Noble Sebastian, thou lett'st thy fortune sleep. Die, rather?
Thou dost snore distinctly. There's meaning in thy snores.
I am more serious than my custom. You must be so too.
Well, I'm standing water.
I'll teach you how to flow.
Do so. Prithee, say on.
Thus, dear lady, although this lord here professes to persuade the king his son is alive, it is as impossible that he is undrowned as he that sleeps here swims.
I've no hope that he is undrowned.
Oh, after that, no hope. What great hope have you? Will you grant with me that Ferdinand is drowned?
He's gone.
Then tell me, who is the next heir of Naples?
Clarabelle.
She that is queen of Tunis. She that dwells 10 leagues beyond man's life. She that from Naples can have no note unless the sun were messenger.
What stuff is this? How say you?
Say this were death that now hath seized them. Why, they were no worse than now they are. Oh, that you bore the mind that I do. What a sleep were this for your advancement. Do you understand me?
Methinks I do. I remember you did supplant your sister, Prospero.
True. And look how well my garments sit upon me. Much feature than before. My sister's servants were once my fellows. Now they are my men.
No, but for your conscience.
Aye, my lady, where lies that? Here lies your brother. No better than the earth he lies upon. If he were that which now he's like that's dead, whom I, with this obedient steel, 3 inches of it, can lay to bed forever, whiles you doing thus to this ancient morsel. For all the rest, thou take suggestion as a cat laps milk.
Thy case, dear friend, shall be my precedent. As thou got to Milan, I'll come by Naples. Draw thy sword. One stroke shall free thee from this tribute which thou payest. And I, the queen, shall love thee.
My master, through her art, foresees the danger that you, her friend, are in, and sends me forth. For else her project dies, to keep them living.
Draw together, and when I rear my hand, do you the like to fall on Gonzalo.
While you here do snoring lie, open-eyed conspiracy, his time doth take. If of life you keep a care,
silly looking.
What's the matter?
Whilst we stood here securing your repose, even now we heard a hollow burst of bellowing like bulls. Or rather, lions. Didst not wake you. It struck mine ear most terribly.
I heard nothing.
'Twas a din to fright a monster's ear, to cause an earthquake. Sure was the roar of a whole herd of lions.
Heard you this, Gonzalo?
Upon mine honor, sir, I heard a humming, which did awake me. And when mine eyes opened, I saw their weapons drawn. 'Tis best we stand upon our guard, or that we quit this place. Let's draw our weapons.
Lead off this ground, and let's make further search for my poor son.
And heavens keep him from these beasts, for he is sure in the island.
Lead away.
Prospera shall know what I have done. So, king, go safely on to seek thy son.
All the infections that the sun sucks up from fogs, fens, flats, on Prosper fall, and make her by inch meal a disease. Her spirits hear me, and yet I needs must curse, but they'll nor pinch, fright me with urchin shows, pitch me i' the mire, nor lead me like a firebrand in the dark out of my way, unless she bid 'em. Oh, sometime am I all wound with adders who with cloven tongues do hiss me into madness. Oh! No. Now, no. Here comes a spirit of hers, and to torment me for bringing wood in slowly. I'll fall flat. Perchance he will not mind me.
Here is neither bush nor shrub to bear off any weather at all. Oh, and another storm brewing! If it should thunder, as it did before, I know not where to hide my head. What have we here? A man or a fish? Dead or alive? A fish. Oh, he smells like a fish. A very ancient and fish-like smell. Legged like a man. Oh, and his fins like arms. Warm. Oh, my troth. Ugh. I do not let loose my opinion. Hold it no longer. This is no fish, but an islander that has lately suffered by a thunderbolt. Alas, the storm has come again. Oh, my best way is to creep under his gabardine. Oh, there are no other shelter hereabouts. Misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows. We'll hear shroud to the dregs of the storm be past. and Marian and Marjorie. None of us cared for Kate. I shall no more to see, to see. Here shall I die ashore. For she had a tongue with a tang, would cry to a sailor, go hang. She loved not the savor of tar nor pitch, yet a tailor might scratch her where'er she did itch. Then to the sea boys and let her go hang. This is a very scurvy tune to sing at a man's funeral. Well, here's my comfort.
Do not torment me,
What's the matter? Have we devils here? I have not escaped drowning to be afeared now of your 4 legs.
The spirits torment me.
This is some monster of the isle with 4 legs who hath got, as I take it, an ague. Where the devil should he learn our language? I shall give him some relief, if it be but for that. If I can recover him and keep him tame and get to Naples with him, he is a present for any emperor.
Do not torment me, prithee. I'll bring my wood home faster.
He is in his fit now, does not talk after the wisest. He shall taste of my bottle. Come your ways, open your mouth. Here is that which will give language to you. Open your mouth.
Prosper works upon thee.
You cannot tell who your friend is. Open your chest again.
I should know that voice. It should be. But he is drowned. And these are devils. Oh, defend me.
4 legs and 2 voices. A most delicate monster. His forward voice now is to speak well of his friend. His backward voice is to utter foul speeches. Come, amen. I shall pour some in thy other mouth.
Stefano!
Doth thy other mouth call me? Mercy, mercy, this is a devil and no monster. I will leave him.
Stefano! If thou be a Stefano, touch me and speak to me. For I am Trinculo. Oh, be not afeard, thy good friend, Trinculo.
If thou beest Trinculo, come forth. I shall pull thee by the lesser legs. If any be Trinculo's legs, these are they. Thou art Trinculo indeed. How camest thou to be the siege of this mooncalf? Can he vent Trinculo?
Oh, I took him to be killed with a thunderbolt. But art thou not drowned, Stefano? I hid me under this dead mooncalf's gabardine for fear of the storm. Huh. Oh, and art thou not living, Stefano? Oh, Stefano, to Neapolitan escape!
Oh, pray do not turn me about. My stomach is not constant.
These be fine things, and if they be not sprites, that's a brave god.
Oh,
And there's celestial liquor. I will kneel to him.
how didst thou escape? How camest thou hither? Swear by this bottle how thou camest hither. I escaped on a butt of sack, which the sailors did heave overboard.
I'll swear upon that bottle to be thy true subject, for the liquor is not earthly.
Here, swear by this bottle how thou escapedst.
Swim ashore, man.
like a duck. I can swim like a duck, I'll be sworn.
There, kiss the book. And though thou canst swim like a duck, thou art made like a goose.
Oh, Stefano. Hast any more of this?
Is that you? Debbie's gonna get you.
The whole butt, man. My cellar is in a rock by the seaside where my wine is hid. How now, Mooncalf? How does thine ache you?
Hast thou not dropped from heaven?
To the moon. I do assure thee, I was the man of the moon when time was.
I have seen thee in her, and I do adore thee. My mistress showed me thee, and thy dog, and thy bush.
Come, I swear to that. Kiss the book. I will furnish it anon with new contents.
And by this good life is a very shallow monster. I am a very weak monster. The man in the moon, a most poor, credulous monster. Well, dry monster, and good food.
I prithee be my God.
On them down and swear.
Oh, I shall laugh myself to death at this puppy-headed monster, a most scurvy monster. I could find it in my heart to beat him. But that the poor monster is in drain.
Come, kiss her.
I'll show thee the fresh springs, I'll pluck thee berries, I'll fish for thee, and if thee would enough, a plague upon the tyrant that I serve. I'll bear her no more sticks, but follow thee, thou wondrous man.
Oh, a most ridiculous monster to make a wonder of a poor drunkard.
Let me bring thee where crabs grow, and I with my long nails will dig thee pig nuts, show thee a jay's nest, and instruct thee how to snare the nimble marmoset. I'll bring thee to clustering filbert. Oh, and sometimes I'll get thee young scammels from the rock. Wilt thou go with me?
I prithee now, lead on without any more talking. Drink up, the king in our company, else being drowned, we will inherit here. Bear my bottle, fellow, drink below. We will fill him by and by again.
Farewell! Farewell! Farewell!
A howling monster, a drunken monster.
No more dams I'll make for fish, nor fetch and firing at requiring. Nor scrape trencher, nor wash dish. Ban, ban, Calaban!
Ban, ban, Calaban!
Master, get a new man. Freedom, heyday, heyday. Freedom, freedom, heyday, freedom.
Oh, lead on, brave monster!
Freedom,
heyday, heyday, freedom!
I have the same reaction. My mom was like, oh my gosh, she has There we go.
There be some sports are painful, but their labor delight in them sets off. This, my mean task, is as heavy to me as odious. But the mistress which I serve quickens what's dead and makes my labors pleasures. Oh, she is 10 times more gentle than her mother's crabbed. That dame is composed of harshness. I must remove some thousands of these logs and pile them up upon a sore injunction? But my sweet mistress does weep for me when she sees me work and says, such baseness had never like executor. I forget, but these sweet thoughts do even refresh my labors most busy lest when I do them.
Alas now, pray you, work not so hard. I would the lightning had burnt up those logs that you are enjoined to pile. Pray, set it down and rest you. When this burns, 'twill weep for having wearied you. My mother is hard at study. Pray now, rest yourself. She's safe for these 3 hours.
O most dear mistress, the sun shall set before I shall discharge what I must strive to do.
If you'll sit down, I'll bear your logs a while. Pray, give me that. I'll carry it to the pile.
No, noble mistress. I would rather crack my sinews, break my back, than you shall such dishonor go while I sit lazy by.
It would become me as well as it does you. And I should do it with much more ease. Oh! For my will is to it, and yours it is against.
Poor worm. Thou art infected. This visitation shows it.
You look wearily.
No, noble mistress. 'Tis fresh morning with me. Whereby at night I do beseech you, chiefly that I might set it in my prayers. What is your name?
Miranda. Oh, my mother, I have broke your hest to say so.
Admired Miranda. Indeed, the top of admiration, worth what's dearest to the world. Oh, you so perfect and peerless are created of every creature's best.
I do not know one of my sex, save my mother. No woman's face remember, save from my glass mine own. Nor have I seen more that I may call men than you, good friend. How features are abroad, I am skilless of, but by my modesty, the jewel in my dower, I would not wish any companion in the world but you. But I prattle something too wildly, and my mother's precepts I dare and do forget.
In my condition, I am a prince, Miranda. I do think a king. I would not so. Hear my soul speak. From the very instant that I saw you did my heart fly to your service, and there resides to make me slave to it. And for your sake am I this patient log man.
Do you love me?
Oh heavens! Oh earth, bear witness to this sound. I beyond all limit of what else in the world do love, prize, honor you.
I am a fool to weep at what I'm glad of.
Wherefore weep you?
At mine unworthiness, that dare not offer what I desire to give, and much less take what I shall die to want. I am your wife, if you will marry me.
My mistress, the dearest, and I thus humble ever.
My husband, then.
Aye, here's my hand.
And mine, with my heart in it.
Fair encounter of two most rarest affections. Heavens rain grace on that which breeds between them.
And so farewell, till half an hour hence.
1,000,000.
Out to my book. For yet ere supper time must I perform much business appertaining.
Tell not me! When the butt is out, we will drink water. Not a drop before. Therefore, bear up and pour. Servant monster, drink to me.
Servant monster, the folly of this island. They say there is but but 5 on this isle. We are 3 of them. If the other 2 be brains like us, the state totters.
Drink, servant monster, when I bid thee. Thy eyes are almost set in thy head.
Where should they be set else? He were a brave monster indeed if they were set in his tail.
My man monster hath drowned his tongue in sap. Oh, by this light, thou shalt be my lieutenant, monster. Speak once in thy life, if thou beest a good mooncalf.
How does thy honor? Let me lick thy shoes. I'll not serve him. He's not valiant.
Oh, thou liest, most ignorant monster. Why, thou bark fish, thou. Was there ever a man a coward that hath drank so much sack as I today? Wilt thou tell a monstrous lie, being but half a fish and but half a monster?
No, how he mocks me. Wilt thou let him, my lord?
Oh, Lord, quoth he that a monster should be such a natural.
No, no again. Bite him to death, I prithee.
Regulo! My head. If you prove a mutineer, the next tree. The poor monster's my subject, and he shall not suffer indignity.
I thank my noble lord. Wilt thou be pleased to hearken once again to the suit I made to thee?
Marry will I. Kneel and repeat it. I will stand, and so shall Trinculo.
As I told thee before, I am subject to a tyrant, a sorceress that by her cunning hath cheated me of the island.
Thou liest.
Thou liest! Thou jesting monkey, thou! I would my valiant master would destroy thee. I do not lie.
Trinculo, trouble him any more in his tail, and by this hand, I'll supplant some of your teeth.
Why? I said nothing.
Your mom, then, and no more. Proceed.
I say by sorcery she got this isle. From me she got it. If thy greatness will revenge it on her, thou shalt be lord of it, and I'll serve thee.
How now shall this be compassed? Canst thou bring me to the party?
Yea, yea, my lord. I'll yield her thee asleep, or thou mayst knock a nail into her head.
Thou liest. Thou canst not.
What a pie, ninny fist, thou scurvy! Give him blows and take his bottle from him. When that's gone, he shall drink naught but brine, for I'll not show him where the quick freshes are.
Trinculo, run into no further danger. Interrupt the monster one word further, and by this hand, I'll turn my mercy out o' doors and make a stockfish of thee.
Why? What did I? I did nothing. I'll go farther off.
Didst thou not say he lied?
Thou liest.
No, no, no. Oh, okay. Go!
Take thou that! As you like this, give me the lie another
I
time.
will not give the lie. Out of your wits and bearing too. A pox on your bottles. This can sack and drinking do. A plague on your monster, and the devil take your fingers.
Now, forward with your tail. Prithee, stand farther off.
Beat him enough. After a little time, I'll beat him too.
Stand farther. Come, proceed.
Why, as I told thee, 'tis a custom with her in the afternoon to sleep. There thou mayst brain her, having first seized her books, or with a log, batter her skull, or punch her with a stake, or cut her reason with thy knife.
Yeah.
Remember, first to possess her books, for without them she's but a sot, as I am, nor hath not one spirit to command. They all hate her as rootedly as I. Burn not her books, and that most deeply to consider is the beauty of her daughter. She herself calls a nonpareil.
Isn't so brave a lass.
Aye, my lord. She will become thy bed, I warrant, and bring thee forth brave brood.
Monster, I will kill the witch! Her daughter and I will be king and queen. Oh, save our graces.
Oh.
And Trinculo and thyself shall be viceroys.
Oh.
Dost thou like the plot, Trinculo?
Excellent.
Give me thy hand. I am sorry I beat thee, but while thou livest, keep a good tongue in thy head.
Within this half hour will she be asleep. Wilt thou destroy her then?
Aye, on thine honor.
This will I tell my mistress.
Thou makest me merry. I am full of pleasure.
Come, Trinculo, let's sing! Floutum and scoutum and scoutum and floutum, thought is free.
That's not the tune.
What is this saying?
This is the tune of our catch, played by the picture of nobody.
If thou beest a man, come forth.
Oh, forgive me my sins!
Mercy upon us!
Art thou afeard?
No, monster, not I.
Oh, be not afeard. The isle is full of noises, sounds, and sweet airs. Give delight and hurt not. Sometime 1,000 twangling instruments will hum about mine ears, and sometime voices that if I then had waked after long sleep will make me sleep again. And then, in dreaming, the clouds methought would open and show riches ready to drop upon me that, when I waked, I cried to dream again.
This will prove a brave kingdom to me, where I shall have my music for nothing.
When Prospera is destroyed!
That will be by and by. I remember the story.
The sound is going away. Let's follow it and after do our work.
Lead, monster, will follow. I would I could see this table of you lazy town.
Wilt come? I'll follow, Stefano!
By a lake in chair, I can go no further. My old bones ache. By your patience, my needs must rest me.
Old lord, I cannot blame thee who am myself attached with weariness. Sit and rest. Oh, he is drowned whom thus we stray to find, and the sea mocks our frustrate search on land. Well, let him go.
I am right glad he's so out of hope.
The next advantage we will take thoroughly.
Let it be tonight.
I say tonight, no more.
What harmony is this? My good friends, hark!
Marvelous sweet music.
Give us kind keepers, heavens. What are these?
A living drollery. now I won't believe that there are unicorns.
They vanished strangely.
No matter, since they have left a banquet behind. For we have stomachs. Will it please you taste of what is here?
Not I.
With faith, sir, you need not fear.
I will stand to and feed, although my last. No matter, since I feel the best is past. My sister the Duke stand to and do as we.
You are free of sin. Destiny hath caused to belch up you, and on this island where man doth not inhabit, you must all be most unfit to live. I have made you mad. You fools! I and my fellows are ministers of fate. The elements of whom your swords are tempered may as well wound the loud winds as diminish one feather that's in my plume. But remember, for that's my business to you, that you three from the land did supplant, could prosper, exposed unto the sea, which hath requited her and her innocent child, for which foul deed the powers delayed, not forgetting, incensed the seas and shores, yea, all the creatures against her pace. If thy son Alonso they have bereft, and do pronounce by me lingering perdition, worse than any death.
Bravely the figure of this harpy hast thou performed, my Ariel. My high charms work. All mine enemies are all knit up in their distractions. They are now in my power.
In the name of something holy, sir, why stand you in this strange stare?
Methought the billows spoke the name of Prospera and did proclaim my trespass. Therefore, my son in the ooze is bedded, and I will seek him deeper than e'er plummet sounded, and with him there lie mudded.
But one fiend at a time I'll fight their legions, Lord!
Be thy second!
All three of them are desperate. Their great guilt now bites the spirit. I will follow him swiftly and hinder him from what this ecstasy may now provoke him to.
We shall follow you.
If I have too austerely punished you, your compensation makes amends, for I have given you a third of mine own life. Once again, I tender to thy hand. Take my daughter, but if thou dost break her virgin knot, before all sanctimonious ceremonies may with full and holy rites be ministered, no sweet aspersion shall the heavens let fall to make this contract grow.
As I hoped for quiet days, fair issue and long life, the strongest temptation shall never melt mine honor into lust.
Fairly spoke. Since then, talk with her, she is thine own. What, my industrious servant, Ariel?
What would my potent master? Here I am.
Go, bring the rabble here to this place, incite them to quick motion. For I must bestow mine eyes upon this young couple, some vanity of mine art.
Before you can say come and go, and breathe twice and cry so, do you love me, master? No?
Dearly, my delicate Ariel, do not approach till thou dost hear me call. Look back, look now, be true, do not, be more, get dalliance, too much the rain, be more abstemious, or else can I travail.
I warned you, ma'am. The white cold virgin snow upon my heart abates the ardor of my liver.
Well, no tongue. All eyes! Be silent.
Ceres, most bounteous lady, thy rich leaves of wheat, rye, barley, vetches, oats, and peas, thy turfy mountains where live nibbling sheep, the queen of the sky, whose messenger am I, bids thee to come and sport, her peacocks fly amain. Approach, rich Ceres, her to entertain.
Hail, many-colored messenger, why hath thy queen summoned me hither to this short grass green?
To celebrate a contract of true love and some donation freely to estate on the blessed lovers. Highest queen of state, great Juno comes. Great Juno comes. How does my bounteous sister?
Go with me to bless this twain, that they may prosperous be and honored in their issue. Honor rich is marriage blessing, long continue and set increasing. Hourly joys be still upon you. Juno sings her blessings upon you. Increase, boys in plenty, barns and garners never empty, vines and clustering bunches growing, plants with goodly bird and bowing, spring come to you at the farthest in the very harvest. Scarcity and want shall shun you. His blessing is so on you.
This is a most majestic vision. Might I be bold to think these spirits?
Spirits, which by mine art I have from their confines to call my present fancies.
Let me stay here ever. So rare a wondered mother and wife makes this place paradise.
Sweet! Now silence! Juno and Ceres whisper seriously. There's something else to do. Hush! And be mute, or else our spell is marred.
You nymphs, called naiads of the windering brooks, with your sedged crowns and ever harmless looks, leave your crisp channels and on this green land, answer your summons, Juno does command. Come, temperate nymphs, and help to celebrate a contract of true love. Be not too late. You sunburnt sicklemen of August weary, come hither from the furrow and be merry. Make holiday. Your rye straw hats put on, and these fresh nymphs encounter every one in country footing.
of their plot has almost come. Well done! Avoid! No more!
This is strange. Your mother's in some passion that works her strongly.
Never till this day saw I her touched with anger, so distempered.
You do look, my son, in the moving sort, as if you were dismayed. Be cheerful, sir. Our revels now are ended. These are actors, as I foretold you, are spirits, and are melted into air, into thin air. And like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself, yea, all which it inherit, shall dissolve. And like the insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a wreck behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on. And our little life is rounded with a sleep. If you please, retire to my cell and there repose. A turn or two I'll walk to steal my beating mind.
We wish your peace.
Come with the thought, I think the Ariel, come.
Thy thoughts I cleave to. What's thy pleasure?
Spirit, we must prepare to meet with Caliban.
I, my commander.
Say again, where didst thou leave these varlets?
I told you, ma'am, they're red hot with drinking, yet always bending towards their project. Then I beat my tabor, that I charm their ears. And calf-like they my lowing followed through truth briars, sharp furzes and thorns. At last, I left them in the filthy mantled pool beyond your cell.
Oh, this was well done, my bird. Thy shape invisible retain thou still. The trumpery in my house, go, bring it hither. We're stale to catch these thieves.
I go.
I will plague them all, even to roaring. Come, hang them on this line.
Monster, your fairy, which you say is a harmless fairy, has done little better than play the jack with us.
And monster, I do smell all horse piss, at which my nose is in great indignation.
Oh, mine too. Do you hear, monster?
Aye, but to lose our bottles in the pool, oh.
There's not only disgrace and dishonor in that, but an infinite loss.
If ye, my king, be quiet. Seest thou here? This is the mouth of the cell. No noise, and enter. Do that good mischief which may make this island thine own forever.
Give me thy hand. I do begin to have bloody thoughts.
Okay, Stefano. Oh, Pierre, a worthy Stefano! Look what a wardrobe here is for thee!
Let it alone, thou fool, it is but trash!
Oh, monster, we know what belongs to a frippery. Oh, King Stefano!
Put up that gown, Trinculo. By this hand, I'll have that gown.
I pray shall have it.
Drown this fool! What do you mean to dote us on such luggage? Let it alone and do the murder first! If she wakes, from toe to crown, she'll fill our skins with pinches, make us strange stuff!
Be quiet, monster. Mistress, aye. Is not this my jerkin? Now the jerkin is under the line.
We steal by line and level, and it's like your grace.
I thank thee for that jest. Here's a garment for it, which shall not go unrewarded whilst I am king of this country.
Monster, on my fingers, away with the rest.
I will have none on't. We shall lose our time and all be turned to barnacles.
Monster, help to bear this away, or I'll turn you out of my kingdom. Go to. Oh, carry this.
And this.
Right, and this.
see all mine enemies. Shortly shall all my labors end, and thou shalt have the air at freedom. Now that my project gathers to a head, how's the day?
On the 6th hour, at which time, my lady, you said our work should cease.
I did so, when first I raised the Tempest. Say, my spirit, how fares the king and his followers?
Just as you left them, all prisoners, ma'am. They cannot lodge till your release. Your charm so strongly works them that if you now beheld them, your affections would become tender.
Dost thou think so, spirit?
Mine would, ma'am, were I human.
And mine shall. Hast thou which art but air a touch, a feeling of their afflictions, and shall not myself, one of their kind, be kindlier moved than thou art? Though with their high wrongs I'm struck to the quick. The rarer action is in virtue than in vengeance. Go release them, Ariel. My charms I'll break, their senses I'll restore, and they shall be themselves.
I'll fetch them, ma'am.
I have bedimmed the noontide sun, called forth the mutinous winds, and twixt the green sea and the azure vault, set war in war. To the dread rattling thunder have I given fire, and rifted Jove's stout oak with his own bolt. To the strong-based promontory have I made shake, and by the spurs plucked up the pine and cedar, graves at my command, have waked their sleepers, oped, and let them forth by my so potent art. But this rough magic I here abjure, and when I have required some heavenly music, which even now I do, to work mine end upon their senses that this airy charm is for, I'll break my staff, bury it certain fathoms in the earth, and deeper than did ever plummet sound, I'll drown my book. A true preserver and a loyal serf. To him you followest. I'll pay thy graces both home in word and deed. Most cruelly didst thou, Alonzo, use me and my daughter. Thy sister was a furtherer in the act. Thou art pinched for it now, Sebastiana. Flesh and blood. You, brother mine, who with Sebastiana would here have killed your king. I do forgive thee, unnatural though thou art. Ariel, fetch me the hat and rapier in my cell. I will disgace me and myself present as I was some time a land. And quickly, spirit, thou shalt ere long be free. That's my dainty Ariel. I shall miss thee. But yet, thou shalt have freedom. So. king's ship, invisible as thou art. There shalt thou find the mariners asleep under the hatches, the master and the boatswain being awake, and force them to this place. And presently I prithee.
Torment, trouble, wonder, and amazement inhabit here. Some heavenly power guide us out of this fearful country.
Behold! Sir King, the wronged Duke of Milan, Prospera, who for more assurance that a living princess does now speak to thee. I do embrace thy body. And to thee and thy company I bid a hearty welcome.
Whether thou beest Prospera or no, or some enchanted trifle sent to abuse me as late I have been, I not know. Thy pulse beats of flesh and blood, and since I saw thee, the affliction of my mind amends. Thy dukedom I resign, and do entreat thou pardon me of my wrongs. But how should Prospera be living and be here?
But first, noble friend, I embrace thine age, whose honor cannot be measured or confined.
Though whether it be or be not, I'll not swear.
Welcome, my friends, all. But you, my pack of villains, were I so minded, I here could justify you traitors. At this time, I will tell no tales.
The devil speaks in
No! For you, most wicked sir, whom to call brother would even infect my mouth. I do forgive thy rankest fault, all of them, and require my dukedom, which perforce I know thou must restore.
If thou beest Prospera, give us the particulars of thy preservation. How thou hast met us here, whom 3 hours since were wrecked upon this shore, for I have lost my dear son, Ferdinand.
I mourn for it, sir, for I have lost my daughter.
A daughter? Heavens, that they were both living in Naples, the king and queen there. When did you lose your daughter?
In this last tempest. Know for certain that I am Prospera, whom most certainly upon this shore where you were wrecked was landed, to be the sovereign aunt. Welcome, sir. This sells my court. I pray you, look in. My dukedom, since you have given me again, I will requite you with as good a thing.
Sweet lord, you play me false.
No, my dearest love, I would not for the world.
A most high miracle.
Though the seas threaten, they are merciful. I have cursed them without cause.
Now all the blessings of a glad father compass thee about. Arise, and say how thou camest here.
Oh, wonder! How many goodly creatures are there here! Oh, how beauteous mankind is! Oh, brave new world that has such people in it!
'Tis new to thee!
What is this maid? Is this the goddess that hath severed us and brought us thus together?
Sir, she is mortal. But by immortal providence, she is mine. I chose her when I could not ask my father for advice, nor thought I had one. She is daughter to this, famous Duchess of Milan.
Oh, look down, you God, and on this couple drop a blessed crown.
I say, Amen, Gonzalo. Give me your hands. Let grief and sorrow still embrace his heart that doth not wish you joy.
Let it be so. Amen. Oh, look, sir, look, look. Here comes more of us. What's the news?
The best news, sir, is that we have found our king and company. The next our ship is tight and gear and bravely rigged, as when we first put out to sea.
Ma'am, all this service have I done since I went.
My gypsy spirit.
How came you hither?
We were dead asleep, and how we know not, all clapped under hatches. Where but even now, with strange and several noises, we were awaked, and straightway at liberty, even in a dream, and brought hither.
West, well done.
Bravely, my diligence. Thou shalt be free. Set Caliban and his companions free. Untie the spell. How fares, my gracious sir? There are 2 yet lads that you remember not. Some few odd lads you remember of your company. Two of these fellows you must know and own. This thing of darkness, I acknowledge mine.
I shall be pinched to death.
Is not this Stefano, my drunken butler?
He's drunk now. Where have you wine?
And Trinculo is reeling ripe. How camest thou in this pickle?
Oh, I have been in such a pickle since I saw you last.
Oh no, Stefano!
Touch me not. I am not Stefano, but a crayon.
You be the king of the owl, Sirrah?
I would have been a sore one then.
This is as strange a thing as e'er I looked.
He is as disproportioned in his manners as in his shape. Go, Sirrah, to my cell and take your companions with you, as you look to have my pardon. Trim it handsomely.
Aye, that I will, and I'll be wise hereafter and seek for grace. Oh, what a thrice double ass was I to take this drunkard for a god and worship this dull fool.
Oh, away! Sir, I invite your highness and your train to my poor cell, where you shall take your rest. And in the morn, I shall bring you to your ship and so to Naples, where I have hoped to see the nuptial of these our dear beloved solemnized. And thence, retire me to my Milan, where every third thought shall be my grave. I'll deliver all, and promise you calm seas, auspicious gales, and sail so expeditious that shall catch your royal fleet far off. Ariel, my chick, be free, and fare thou well. Now, my charms are all overthrown, and what strength I have's mine own. Now, I want spirits to enforce, art to enchant, and mind ending is to spare, lest I be relieved by prayer. Let your indulgence set me free.